Love at first sight. I know it's love in its own form, yeah. But to me, it's like a seed that is planted.
There's no such thing as love at first sight.
When you see somebody, there's this. There could be like an attraction. There could be like a spark there.
But it should be said that attraction at first sight.
Like I said, love is a choice. It is what you decide to do with that feeling, that emotion you feel at that moment that would make the love like bloom or like grow. A lot of people have seen each other for the first time and then it worked. The older generations, they had loss, but there was still love working.
In our generation, we love someone because of what they bring to the table.
Our generation, we have love and it's all around us. You just have to, two people just have to let their guards down and to love.
A genuine love does not really consider all that. That is more of lust than love.
You don't know how to show love. That's all you're saying.
I don't believe in love.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like they always say in their podcasts. Welcome to Two Dude, One Society podcast. All right, so today we have an interesting topic, and it's like a debate kind of conversation. One believes in love, and one says love doesn't really exist. So do you guys believe that love exists or love doesn't exist? I will leave it to these wonderful, amazing looking, beautiful people. I have the one who believe and the one who doesn't believe. So the next voice you hear will be that of the pretty, gorgeous, her royal majesty, the celestial being, all the way from Abuja. So let's get to know you.
Hi, my name is Modupe and I believe in love.
Hi, my name is Maman and I don't believe in love.
Amazing. Amazing. At the end of today, we will know who will win. But at the end of the day, we play to get a balance. So my first question, are you guys ready?
Sure.
Are you guys ready?
Sure.
My first question is, do you believe in love and why?
Yes, I do. And I believe in love because I'm love. Everyone around me is full of love. I've experienced it firsthand, so I know that, it's a beautiful feeling. So, yeah, I believe in love.
Okay. I don't believe in love in the sense that in our generation, we don't know the meaning of love. Love is more than what we say. Love is more than what we do. Love is more deeper than that. Love has more deeper connection. So that is why I said I don't believe in love based on that context. Yeah.
So it's just a context of this generation. So you're saying love does exist. It's just our generation that we don't know how to show love. Is that what you're saying?
It exists, yes, but we don't know really what love is. So that is, really, it does not really exist. Or rather, I don't believe in it because of how I've seen my people, my friends, and others.
Okay, so for you or to you, what is love?
Love is patient. Mm-hmm. Love is kind. Mm-hmm. Love is sacrificial. Love is selfless. Mm-hmm. In our generation, we love someone because of what they bring to the table, what they have, how they look. A genuine love does not really consider all that. That is more of lust than love.
Well, I still believe that in this generation still, we have people that genuinely love. And then, like you said, it's patience, all of that. Yes, because love is a choice. You have to decide to say, oh, I want to stay with this person. I want to make compromises and all of that. So people still do that in this generation. It's just, I feel like it's just because there's been a lot of like hurt. So a lot of people don't show it as much as they would like to.
That means they're pretending to love.
They're not pretending to love. They're just afraid of being hurt. So they're not showing it.
That's pretense.
It's not pretense.
It was pretense.
They are pretending not to love. In fact, I feel like that's what you're doing because you're pretending to not believe in something. And then it's like, for you not to even believe in something, that means it exists, or like you're just trying to like, because of fear of like you go and pour all your love into someone and then the person doesn't reciprocate as they would in the older generation. Since you believe in this generation we don't have love, then you believe in it.
I believe in genuine love. There's a difference between love and lust. in this generation, in our present days, it's more of lust than love.
No.
Why do you say
People
so?
around me, they prioritize love over lust. The older generations, they had lust, but there was still love working. Our generation, we have love and it's all around us. You just have to, two people just have to, let their guards down and to work.
I totally disagree. In our parent generation, they have love, not lust. In our generation, we have lust, not love.
So, they also had lust. They had people that were just lusting around. But there was love, yes. But you cannot deny the fact that in their generation too, lust was also a thing.
It was a thing, but it was less than in this generation. This generation, largely people are lustful than loveful. So yeah, I don't believe that.
For me, I think when you say people are lustful more than how they like show love or anything like that, I still feel like it's because of the fear of like, oh, I'm not gonna love this person too much, or this person will now come and do me dirty. So everybody, like all of us were just, how will I say, it's based on how we grew up, and then we saw that, oh, this love thing affected a lot of people, and then it did not work, or like from the things of like broken homes, childhood trauma. So everybody's just like trying to like protect themselves from things like that. So it's like, before you hurt me, I will hurt you first. Before you abandon me, I'll abandon you first. I will like do ghost you, things like that. So basically, it's there, it does exist. We're just scared to show it.
But genuine love is not afraid. You have to be vulnerable enough to love someone,
And
but at the point that you are being guarded.
Okay, let's put a balance to this particular question and we'll move on to the next question.
No problem.
All right. Take, for instance, someone enters a vehicle and the vehicle crashes, and let's say one or two persons lost their life. Will that stop that person from entering vehicle again?
I would say no.
No, it won't.
It won't.
Initially, the person can has like trauma. Like the person could have like trauma from like entering vehicles.
Yes.
But it wouldn't stop the person from entering vehicles.
All right. So that brings us to creating a balance now. So no matter how you claim love hurts, you always want to love genuinely. Like she was saying, what did you say about trading with caution? And the moment you start adding trading with caution and not giving your all, you don't love a person. So let's create a balance. So if this hurts, pin it on the person who did that to you, not love, in quotes. Can we move to the next question?
Sure.
If that answers this whole thing, we are coming back. So quickly, so we have the next question, and this question, reminds me of a lot. Is there such a thing as love at first sight? I want the lady to go first.
Yes, there is. In my opinion, how I see love at first sight, I don't see it as it's love in its own form, yeah. But to me, it's like a seed that is planted. When you see somebody, there could be like an attraction, there could be like a spark there. It is what, like I said, love is a choice. It is what you decide to do with that feeling, that emotion you feel at that moment that would make the love like bloom or like grow. A lot of people have seen each other for the first time and then it worked.
Yeah, so I would say there's no such thing as love at first sight, but it should be said that attraction at first sight. You see somebody, you get attracted to that person, which leads to the feelings you have for that person, that leads to the love or germinate to the love. So it should be attraction at first sight, not love at first sight. Yeah.
There are some situations, yeah, that people meet people for the first time and then they just feel like this is my person. This person feels like home to me. Like this, I feel like there's this warmth you feel just by being in the presence of that person. You don't even have to know the person's personality or you just know that by looking at you, I feel comfort. So from there, like I'm saying, if I see someone for the first time and I'm like, I'm very, like this person is special. There's something about this person. That could be love in a different type of form. And then it is what I choose to do after that would make the love grow and grow and grow and grow. I was like, do you believe that like love grows over time?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. So it's like there has to be a starting point. So to me, that love at first sight is the starting point. For some people, they could be friends for 10 years, so they now decide, oh, there's something about you. I want to love you. I want to choose to love you, that type of thing. And then there are some people, it's the first day that they decide, oh, I feel like I have love for you. So from there.
So quickly, when you say you meet somebody and there's this chemistry, there's this connection and all that, let's say you're meeting somebody for the first time, and just by looking at them and you say you love them, I feel there is something that triggers that stuff at first sight. If there is no established connection, no established conversation, or something leading to something, or you watching the person do something, I feel seeing somebody at first sight and you're loving them could be lost or attraction. So the spark of loving somebody should come with what they are doing at a time or the kind of conversation you have with them.
But it's first sight.
Yes, it's first sight.
To me, loss is when you look at somebody and then it's like in a sexual context. You're looking at somebody is how they how they look physically. And then attraction is also, it has to do with physical looks and all.
Yes.
But you can look at somebody and then what you're feeling is not.
Now that's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. That's something that will spark up the feeling aside from what you see, right? So if I'm meeting you for the first time, if I tell you that I love you, I'm lying to you. So plan.
You're lying to me?
Yes. If I tell you I love you now, I'm lying to you, right? In terms of maybe the relationship aspect, I'm lying to you. I can just see you now. Boom! Wow! This person is attractive. I like the way this person look. But it is what happens after that time will not determine if truly you love that person. Should we move to the next question, or you have something to say, my guy?
Yes, I do. Yes, regarding what she said from first sight, from the definition of sight is seeing the person at first sight is without communication, without physical touch, without anything. So it's love at first sight, not first communication, first interaction. So I feel like it's more of lost at first sight, because as humans we have a particular spec, we have a particular thing. So is that spec that our type that drives us to the feeling, I feel like I like this person, but love at first sight does not really resonate with me. That is what I would say.
I have this question before we go to the next question for the both of you. Have you ever been in a relationship with somebody you feel they are not your spec before? Please, if there is, I want to ask a question quickly. Have you?
Yes.
All right. So the question I have for you is, what made you feel that two of you can actually be a thing when it's not your spec?
Personality.
So now that brings us to the same thing we're talking about. So you see, it is what you see these people do over time and what you see them portray, their attributes that you love, is not the physical thing you see. If I look at you by sight and that's exactly what I have in my head, is something I've programmed myself to believe. Then anything that happens from there, I've been with people who I'm not supposed to be with. But at the end of the day, what made me to be with those people is because of their lifestyle, the personality, what they command.
Well, for me, I still stand on, it doesn't have to just be personality based. Like I said in the beginning, love at first sight is a seed. It's like the seed that you will now later be pouring water, putting fertilizers for it to germinate. That's when you get to know the person personality wise and everything. Because I could also agree with you and say, okay, I don't believe it's lost. I could agree with you and say it's an attraction. Because attraction to me is also, it can be you can find it under love. Yeah. So I agree with you on it's an attraction, not always lost.
So we're moving to this particular question, which is common to most of us. Have your hearts been broken ever before?
Okay, I would say yes, it has been, because of one, lack of communication, lack of commitment. That is why I said it's more of lost than love. Because if it's love, my heart was broken because I was in a lustful relationship. If it was genuine love, the commitment would be there. And commitment being that is from both parties. Both parties understand that, okay, this is this and this is this. So they will come to an agreement. So yes, I would say my heart has been broken based on a lustful relationship, not a relationship that was based on like real love. Yes, so that's what I would say.
Yes, because my heart has been broken before, yes, but that was because we both loved genuinely, and then over time it just wasn't. Other factors in life occurred that made it like, made the breakup happen. But the relationship was not based on lust. It was genuine. I felt the person felt like home at that moment. I felt the warmth, everything that love had to bring, the joy, the peace. I felt it. And that was why I was able to like have an heartbreak, because that's something that I wanted.
Please, I want to say something.
All right, go on.
Lustful in the sense, not like sexual or anything. Lustful in the sense that, okay, we all had our desires. Okay, we both want one person to compromise than any other person. So I just wanted to like point it out. And I would love to ask her something.
All right, go on.
She said, I'm so sorry, can I? Regarding to a relationship. So you said the reason you broke up was because the love was genuine, but it fell apart. But that genuine love.
I didn't say the love fell apart. I said the relationship, because of other factors in life, at that moment, it had to end.
All right, so this is where we go now. So those factors actually are the things we want to, know, we want to hear them. Because if you say your heart has been broken, that means at some point you felt really bad that relationship, ended. So what led to that relationship being, dissolved?
Okay, so me and this person, we dated for a year plus. Everything was good. We felt like this was going to be a thing. This is like, oh, you have seen the love of your life. You have seen your future. But it fell apart based on like other things, like distance. And that's not enough. That was like, we were good because we even did the whole long distance for like 6 months.
Wow.
We were actually very good with the whole distance. We made it work and everything. But over time, I think as you grow older, people change. And then from my part, I was still 100. But I felt like he was now giving me 80, 70, and then he'll come back to 80, he'll go back to 70, he'll come to 100. He was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I wouldn't say, oh, he stopped loving me or like he no longer loved me. I just felt like he got distracted. In this generation, our problem is we have a lot of distractions, you get? So you're seeing people every day. He was distracted. And then, for me, I feel like love and relationships has its high and lows. And it's people that know how to like fight. You have to know how to fight for you to maintain that high. Do you understand? Because there's sometimes even the relationships you have with your parents is high and lows. So we drifted, but the love was still there. In fact, I feel like the love is still there because in a way, he's somebody that if he still texts me to date, there's still this soft spots. There's still this care that I have towards this person and then he has towards me back. We're not in a relationship anymore because I just felt like there are some, I don't want to come here now and start talking about my life. But there are some things that I say, oh, I don't want, this person can be the father to my children. Do you understand what I mean?
So you're saying he was distracted and you feel it's not healthy for the relationship to thrive?
Not just the relationship to thrive. For future wise.
That's what I'm saying. For the relationship to thrive, because if it's healthy for you, right, as your relationship is thriving, definitely is aligning with what you're looking for in the future.
Exactly. So, and then I'm saying in the future wise, it's not something I want.
So that means he fell apart.
Exactly.
Wow. Please, I have something to say. Okay, I think this Michelle Obama that said love is not 100-100 situation. It's never 100-100. So the days that he was 60, you'd have been his 40. The day he was his 100. Yeah, but it would have been something continuous, not something.
It's about compromise, and I'm fully aware of that. Yeah. I'm not saying we did not compromise. I'm saying you can love an individual, but like when it comes to like future wise and like, oh, this person I want to spend the rest of my life with, that can work. That could be the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. But I'm thinking this person is not the perfect person for my children. Do you understand what I mean?
And
So,
that
exactly.
is where I come in. Love or relationship, something you want to go forward to. I don't believe there's a perfect partner. We all have this mindset of, okay, I want this partner, this fairy tale lifestyle. I don't think there's no perfect partner. You have to come in terms with, okay, this is somebody that I can stay with for the rest of my life. Our parent did not marry based on, okay, he's perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect.
Let's create a balance and move on.
I didn't say the word perfect.
Okay.
I said this person, I said children. For me, that's good. But what did you say? I said children in the sense that when you're looking for a partner, you have things that you attributes that you say. You
Sure. Yes.
Yeah? But at the same time, I hope you know that you're not only picking for yourself,
for your children. Yes.
Do you understand? So love, in that essence, I could just easily just say for myself. I could be selfish and be like, I'm for myself, but nah, you get.
Whatever thing you're looking out for in a lasting relationship, if it's not aligning to purpose, then there's no need to continue. True. It's as simple as that. Right? So we're moving on to the next question. And the next question is, so why do you think Gen Zs, their love towards relationship, aside from even relationship, even the way they relate with people, don't really last? They don't know how to keep relationship. So I will start with you.
Okay. For Gen Zs, we're doing this whole everybody's woke. We're doing this whole, we saw the mistakes our parents made and we don't want to make it. A lot of Gen Zs are from broken homes. A lot of Gen Zs have unhealed childhood traumas that we don't want to accept that always a thing. Do you understand? So the things that our parents did and we saw as, I don't want this in my future. So all of us, we have, like I said, we already have this guards up, like as far, I don't want to get my heart broken. No. So we are afraid of being vulnerable. And when you want to love genuinely,
vulnerability.
There is no love without being vulnerable. You see on Twitter, they'll be like, oh, don't be a simp. I really don't believe you can be in love if you're not a simp for your partner. Do you understand what I mean? Because everybody, there's so many rules that we have to follow. Don't do this. Don't text first. Wait for if you text the person, wait for the person to reply after 1 hour. Do you understand? So like all these conditions is what is making us not to genuinely fall in love. And then I feel like it's the distraction also. Our parents did not have phones and stuff like that. Our time, there are so many options.
A lot.
There are so many options. So it's like, you see, if this one in your head is like, if this one not working.
Yes, I have crushes.
I have crushes. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand? So all this, I feel like that's the reason why it's not working in our generation. Not that there is no love. It's just that there are just a lot of factors that are just pressing us down.
Okay, I think the reason why Gen Z love doesn't last is because it's more leaning on lust than love. So I would say Gen Z are more lustful. To be honest, Gen Z are out for, okay, how is this person physique? How is this person? That's why it does not last. Love transcends, love grows. Why do you think in a Gen Z relationship, I'll date somebody for like 2 weeks or something, we don't have anything to talk about? Because there's no emotional connection. That emotional connection is missing from love, from that lust, quote unquote. Yes, because if you love somebody, you have that emotional connection, you have things to say. But lust during Gen Z is basically sex and every other thing. After sex, you don't have anything to talk about. Yes, please.
Have you ever been in a situationship?
Situationship, yes.
Did you feel when the situationship ended? Did you feel some kind of way, even if it was not like heartbreak, like you just felt something?
Yes, it's just like that. Yes, just like a pinch. Yes.
So you see that's a little bit of love in a way, because how I see it is like you have to care for somebody, and then for you to care for somebody, you have to love that person.
Okay.
You understand? Even if you agape love, you have to love the person. So for me, love does exist in our generation, but we're just too. I'll just say the whole point is fear.
There's what we call emotional attachment. Don't confuse that for love.
Thank you.
Yes. So this is how emotional attachment works. when you stay with somebody over time, you get used to the patterns and the energy of the person. But that's not love in most cases. Like he said, you could just share a relationship that is just based on benefits,
Yes.
just to satisfy your urges and the rest. In most cases, it's just an attachment. And the moment that stuff ends, you start noticing that you will know that this person is not really for you. But the moment they are not there, you start feeling empty. But if you check deep down, the emptiness is coming from what you do regularly.
Yes,
you don't
that's
do
not the
again.
yes.
I'm speaking from experience, right? So quickly, the question is, have you ever been in love? And how did you feel? Have you tried at least believing in love at one point in time? So let's go with the gentleman. Come on now.
Okay, yeah, I've been in love. Okay, I've experienced love. I would say I've felt love. Yes, and it felt good. Even in the person's absence, you feel it. Even when the person is not there, from what the person does, from what the person says. Okay, my definition of love at times, as I tell my friends, is love is okay. I love spicy food, and the person does not love spicy food. Love is okay. I don't want to eat spicy food. Even in the person's absence, the person is like, I don't eat spicy food or something, because you love that person. So to me, it felt like heaven. It felt so safe. It felt so, okay, I'm being protected. I trust that person. I can do that. This trust fall with that person, even it's not there. The person is not there. I'm not being insecure. So I would say, yeah, it felt like heaven, and it felt good. It really, really good.
I've been in love. Oh. They should play Mumu for me. I've been in love.
Yeah.
And then it felt good. Let me give you an example. There was a time that I was almost kidnapped, and I never called my father. He was the person I was in love with. So I've been in love. I've experienced love with the pain that comes with it, the joy that comes with it. I've really experienced it. So yeah, and it's a good thing. I feel like everybody should.
What is that thing that you look at and say, okay, this is the reason why I was feeling this way with this person?
I think I feel safe. It's a safe space for me. It was a safe space. I really felt safe. Yeah, so I would say it was a safe space, and I felt secured. I felt, okay, this is someone that, okay, I could trust. Yes, I think one thing with me that I barely trust people, but for that person, I lose my guard, my wall, and everything. So yeah.
I could feel the way I loved him was genuine, and then the way he loved me back was genuine. And then for me, it was like companionship. It was beautiful at that time. So I don't know.
All right, you guys have done well. So in most cases, anytime you feel this way, one thing is actually the core arm is value. There's exchange of value. If there is no exchange of value, you will not feel that way. So it's value that was exchanged. So we're moving to the next question. Can you say most Gen Zs are secretly in open relationship?
Okay, I would say yes, because I saw a video, I think 3 days back. A lady was saying monogamy as of then is one person per partner, but in this generation, monogamy is one person per relationship, one person per partner. I'm in a monogamous relationship. Someone can have 3 girlfriends, and each of them will be telling them that, okay, I'm for you, I'm for you. So it's monogamous towards that particular relationship. So everybody's in a open relationship, but it's not, they didn't say it, okay, I'm in an open relationship and open, because they always have that backup plan. They always have that, okay, if you are not here today, I'll fall back on somebody, or I'm telling you good night, and somebody's like, oh, I can't sleep. So yeah, I'll say that, yes, I believe that we are, or rather, in the generation, they are in a unsaid spoken relationship, because it's not something that both of them have like open and had a conversation about, but it's something that is on the table. Everybody it's the elephant in the room, but everybody's ignoring it. Yeah, that's what I would say.
So for me, yeah, I feel like some people do intentionally open their relationships.
Yeah.
Intentionally. But at the same time, yes. But it's like what I said initially, because of that fear. Because I have friends actually that would say, just in case, let me just, have one
Backup plan.
Just in case you're cheating on me. So it's like, before you cheat on me self,
I will cheat on you.
And then I've seen situations where the guy ends up cheating and she's like, that's why me too, I cheated. The guy wouldn't know that she was cheating too, but the person she was cheating on him with was a backup plan. Do you understand? So yes, Genesis are in a lot of
unsaid open relationship. Yeah.
Anybody who is in an open relationship is just lustful.
It's true.
First thing, why will you be in a relationship with more than
one person at a time?
At a time, tell me.
Me?
Yes.
It's not something that I do.
Yeah, I'm saying it's lost, and you said no.
No, I'm
So
saying
you have to
Okay.
say, let me hear it.
okay.
Mm.
Okay. So I'm going to talk from a friend, like I said, the person that did the whole.
No, we understand you're not the one, no worries.
Let's now. So basically, it's like you see someone that you like or you love, yeah? That love you have with that person could not be lost. It's genuine. And then the other person that you're talking to is just like, not like as if you like that person. You could like the attention the person is giving you, or like you have emotionally, you're talking to that person. Like when that one is not aligned, you're talking to this person. Do you understand? But this is the person that you want it to genuinely work with. And then it's just in case this person is trying to hurt me, or just in case this person is cheating on me, let me just be talking to this one. So if this one ends, I have something I can enter. Do you understand what I mean?
No, I
But in
don't.
most cases, right, you know what you just said now, in most cases, if a lady is open to something like this, the chances that particular person you're using as backup, you'll be doing some dirty stuff with that person is actually high.
Can I say something?
Go on.
I think it's more of for guys than girls.
There you go.
Because for a girl, for her to be involved with a guy, there has to be like emotional attachment. For your gender,
So also is guys,
That's
but
what
we
I'm
are
saying.
not
Yeah,
we are not
like
vulnerable
that.
to
Yes,
telling.
So
That's
it's like,
exactly what we are saying.
for her to do anything with you, there has to be some sort of
But there's something you said now.
attachment there.
You said something
What's that?
when you communicate the emotions. The moment
Yes.
you bring in emotion in any of these things, there's every tendency that you'll be cheating on the other person and still having like a
Please, I
relationship.
have something to
I'm
say.
with you, my brother.
So,
Open relationship lacks commitment, lack trust.
Exactly.
It lacks trust. That means love is not present there. For me to have a backup plan, okay, let's say for example, I want to go for a wedding and I want to wear a particular shoe. If I carry a backup plan, that means I don't trust the shoe to
Yes.
last me throughout that duration of time
So
or
does it mean
something.
that you don't love the shoe?
I love it. If I can wear it, that means I trust that it can
You
stay
love it
all
or you
day.
don't trust it. So you have to agree with me that love can work without, like, you
No,
can't
no.
work without trust, yeah?
Yes.
But you can love somebody without
And have a backup
fully-
plan.
No, I'm not talking about the backup plan. I'm talking about Gen Z. That's what they do, yeah.
That
I'm
is
saying,
where the
but-
open relationship comes in. You have
I
a
know,
backup
but
plan.
the example you used about the whole, you have a shoe and then you've taken another shoe because you don't trust that one would not
Yes. Like
spoil
it
or
will spoil.
anything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It doesn't mean you don't love that shoe now.
Yeah.
So I'm saying the love is there. It's just there's a lack of trust. The love may not last, yeah. Like that's why our Gen Z's relationship does not last. The
Yes.
love may not last.
The
but
feeling
it
rather.
is there.
Yes.
It's
So I think I have a
The
question.
feeling will not
It's
last.
Please, I have a
actually.
question, not only for
It's
her,
love.
rather for the audience that are viewing. If you believe in open relationship, would you marry a person that is in an open relationship with you, or would you advise your children to be in an open relationship? If your answer is no, that means it's something that is questionable. Don't you think so?
And that leads us to our next
yes.
question
So,
quickly.
I think that was
So our next question is, are Gen Zs more focused on money than love? So I will rephrase, are Gen Zs more focused on material things than love?
Unfortunately, yes. It doesn't take away from the fact that there is still love in this generation, but we have been accustomed to believe that money brings stability and everybody is looking for some sort of like stability in their life. And then even people that want to get married now as a guy, if you feel like you cannot provide for your family, you start to, you will say you're crying, like you're like your body is just doing you anyhow. So you cannot even love that person fully because you're angry, you're thinking of ways to build your family up and things like that. So yes, money, it's a very big factor in this our generation. And then a lot of girls too in this generation were very materialistic. We believe that that's a form of, everybody is forming acts of service, acts of my love language,
I love language,
acts
gift
of
thing,
gift
yeah.
giving and stuff like that. So these are the factors that take away from the love that our generation have. But it's still, there's still love. Love is still very deeply rooted between amongst us. We're just distracted.
Yes, so I would say yes, because one, I'm a strong believer that love is not enough. Yes, for you to love somebody, you have to be comfortable to an extent because you provide for the person. We are humans. I can fall at any time because of lack of this, lack of that. So yes, but in our generation, we've bastardized that. Okay, they've, I don't know how to say it, but we've bastardized the materialistic part. Okay, I love you not because of what you have but who you are, but at least let us have something doing so that it's not, lead us not into temptation. Yeah, so we've bastardized it, but it's somewhat a good thing that okay, at least you should have something doing, I would say. Yes, so your partner will not be begging, or I think that's what I would say.
A man can choose to be with any type of woman, irrespective of your bank account. But currently, that's where this question is actually leading. But currently, can a woman actually stay with a man irrespective of his bank account?
Yes, they can.
Yes, they
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
Have been doing.
All right. So the question is, if yes, they can. Actually, I'm not doubting it, right? But in recent time, we've not seen that happen because it is more of transaction from the Gen Zs, right? It's more of transactions because you're coming to meet a Gen Z as a guy, and the next minute they're looking at what you can do for them and know what even they can do for you.
Transactional.
It's transactional. So it's mostly from the female angle because I can love anybody I choose to love, irrespective of who you are, right? But a woman cannot do that currently, especially women of these days, the Gen Zs of this period.
Profile your
They will
pocket.
prove
Why you look at you. No, it's not teaming up, right? It's not. I have a friend who got married some months ago. Just a quick story. You know, he was into a particular lady and things was not really working well for him at the time. And it was like one struggle, to another. Then that relationship was just, he broke up and all that. Though he met a particular lady. I'm just trying to make you understand why I say most ladies are only going for these material things, right? Now he met this particular lady, and he was really not okay. But do you know what he is today? He owes it to this particular lady he met after the other one. He had nothing, but the lady was there to support, guide, make him
A
see
better
the light
version of
and
himself.
So, but when you see what we have right now is more of transaction. If the man is not doing, I can't stay. So it's the problem. So we have a quick game to play. I don't know if you guys are ready. You pick a number. We have 1 to 5. So you guys will pick a number, and I will tell you what to do. So ladies first again. So pick a number from 1 to 5.
5.
5. All right. So 5. Would you be comfortable farting in front of your partner?
No.
Why?
we yeah, if I genuinely like somebody or love somebody, I'm kind of shy in the presence of the person, yeah. So it's like there's some things like farting, like you have to be so comfortable with somebody before you do something. Even with your friends, like
True.
I feel like if you fart in front of somebody, you don't respect that person enough. So no, I would not do that.
All right.
So when you love somebody and maybe in terms of play and it happens, it is what it is because come on, sometimes those things come unannounced. You know what I'm saying, right? So your question, we're waiting for you. Your number, pick a number. Number two. Favorite quote of all time.
Favorite quote of all time.
Yes, your favorite quote of all time.
I have like 3. But my best quote is from the Bible. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I would take that. That's like my mantra.
Okay.
Like there's nothing possible. So that's what I would say.
Pick a question.
Pick a number.
Number 4. If your life was a movie, what will be the title of that movie? If your life was a movie, what will be the title of that movie?
Depends on crack.
Dupe.
Don't crack.
Say it again. Yes, yeah.
Depends on crack.
Okay, you said Dupe don't crack.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Dupe is on crack. That's like
Dupe is on track.
crack.
Crack.
Oh, Dupe is on crack.
Yeah, like Lagos. Give that Lagos controversial.
Dupe is on crack. This movie go sell. Let's plan the movie. I'm for real. So your final thought on all of this today?
Okay, my final thought on all of this is that whatever we do, we should do it genuinely in regard to love because people have feelings. Yes, we should do this. We should love or we should do anything in regard to, okay, what effect does it have on someone else? Okay, because seriously, love hurts. Coming from you giving everything and the person does not give anything in return. I get it. People say that, okay, if you love somebody, you don't expect anything in return is a lie. Is a lie. If you love somebody, you expect care in return. You expect that thing to be reciprocated, you get. So my final thought is that whatever you give, if it's given back to you, is it acceptable? If it's not, that means you should adjust and do it. In regarding to our Gen Z generation, we should try as much as possible to communicate, even if it's transactional situationship or whatever it is. Let the other person be aware of it. Let's communicate in every level. Okay, what are we? Let's label it because it will lessen the heartbreak and the mystery behind it. Okay, if it's something you want an open relationship, I don't want. If it's like, okay, this is what I want. If the other party does not accept it, the other party will go to a more serious person. So it will lessen the I'll say bullshit. Yeah, so I think that would be all.
Well, for me, my thoughts would be that everybody should learn how to communicate properly. If what you want is to cruise, let the other party know that it is cruise. If you want is to talk to multiple people, open relationship, everybody should just know what they're doing. But I still believe that love exists deeply in this our generation. We just need to learn how to heal. And everybody should heal. Before you jump into anything than that person, please heal. Don't use your own baggage and now go and ruin somebody's life and the person's perspective of love. So the person will now go and be like, love is not a real thing or anything. So everybody should heal, then they should love and spread love.
Whatever thing you're doing as a human being, be kind, which is like one of the best things. Be kind. And don't forget all these things we're saying, cruise. There's always an effect to it. I don't believe in cruise. We're talking about love. First of all, love is hard.
Very.
It's very hard.
Very.
So I would say it. If you want to love somebody's son, somebody's daughter, know that love is hard. So go and learn how to love somebody genuinely and be kind. Right? So I think until next time, this is a wrap from the Two Dude One Society podcast. I'm sure you guys are curious to know who is talking, but don't worry, I'm the big brother here. So until next time, it is bye from all of us in the studio.
Bye.